Alright, cold start. Original exhaust with a bunch of holes in it. Welcome to the show, guys. On this episode, we customized the Porsche's exhaust with a budget-friendly stainless steel muffler. And we get to see what the heck was inside my factory muffler. Stay tuned. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the show. So a couple of years ago, I ordered up this stainless steel total flow muffler, and I also got a inexpensive stainless steel tip. This muffler is 409 stainless steel, and the tip that I got is 304. I got it for a really good price, and there's the muffler that I purchased. That was a pretty good price too. Put it on the Porsche and see how it does. I ran across this tip on sale for $14 and I got it for less than that with like a coupon. So I just ordered it up. And so at a little bit of different times I ran across the price on the muffler and then the price on the stainless tip. And then I ran across a really good deal on some stainless steel 304 exhaust tubing. The muffler is actually a 2 1/4 inch. See how high I can get it up. The exhaust tubing that I used is 2.5, and the tip was made to slide over a 2.5 inch pipe. There's Paisley, Buzzy Paisley over saying hi. I put the jacks underneath there to keep the exhaust firm up against the bottom of the car so I could cut on there without it shaking too much. Put on your goggles. I was just reminded of that from my buddy Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. What's up, dude? And everybody else. Shout out to all my old friends and family members. Hope everybody's doing good. I cut this muffler off right at the edge of where the pipe joined the muffler. Just like that. It did end up that the inlet and outlet were in relatively the same plane. I didn't realize I'd put my t-shirt on inside out. Oh well. As the original muffler, so. Holy shit, this is really. Even though it obviously doesn't take up the same amount of space. Not bad, huh? It sits in the same spot, and I think it looks pretty cool. Everybody's gonna be buying this muffler now. The inlet and outlet is like spot on as far as like off of the center line of the muffler. The factory exhaust pipes went into the muffler at an angle on both sides of the muffler, both going into the muffler and coming out of it. So I cut both of the collars that are welded to the ends of the muffler. I welded the stock pipe to the front, and then I welded my own tailpipe that I made with that 304 tubing to the back. Because the tubing I had was 2.5 inches, I ended up having to butt weld a bunch of it, which sort of turned it into a big project for me. But in the end, it made me further my welding skills, and I was able to weld stainless steel, so. I felt like the holes could have been a little closer together, or there could have been more of them. Kind of wish there were more holes in there, but whatever. I wanted to dampen the noise as much as I could, even though it is a smaller, straight-through performance style muffler. So this is supposed to be made out of 409. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but at least it's stainless. This end slid over the existing exhaust pipe, so that worked out really good. The other end, I had to kind of butt weld it. But it worked out in the end. All right, I've got my stainless steel wire in my welder. 0.03 or 0.30, whatever, so.
Go to Joe 30330.
And that's up on the right tip. So I ended up putting that 304 stainless steel wire in the welder, and then I was able to just use the regular argon and I think it's CO2 mixture. If you want your welds to look better, get the specialized gas. So, gotta cut this thing off, this muffler. This is Avita's line of Walmart shoes. They wear out after only 5,000 miles. They really do wear out quick though. It's funny, they're exactly the same as expensive Adidas, but just made out of really crappy materials. This is funny. I don't know how many layers of steel. 1, 2, 3. I'm like, this thing is way harder to cut off than I thought it should be. Oh look, I might just be able to knock this thing off with the hammer. I think the factory muffler was at least 409. We're gonna find out later because I'm gonna bring a magnet outside and we're gonna see if it'll stick to different parts of the muffler. I mean, I guess they did what they could. So I just decided to cut the ends off of the muffler and then weld to that stub there. Well, ideally, I would have cut this off of the muffler before I had it tacked to the other end of the exhaust pipe, but I just did it like this. I gotta clean it up with a file. I need some good files or deburrs. And then I could have just dropped the muffler down a little bit and not had to create this jog I'm doing here, but I wanted to get fancy, I guess. So that's just a bend that came with an exhaust pipe kit that I got, and I cut it in half and I'm welding it together, flipped around to create a little jog in it. And that way my exhaust pipe hugs up to the bottom of my Porsche and is actually, in my opinion, kind of better than factory. It's actually fancier. The factory exhaust pipes could have a bend like that in it, probably tuck it up nice and close, but so there you get the idea of what I was going for. And I'm not exactly stacking dimes here, guys, but it is a good weld. And every time I weld, I learn more about the craft and get a little bit better at it. And yeah, they're not good looking, but they're good welds. So, and then I'm just kind of cleaning them up and trying to make it look halfway decent. I think I'm gonna hit the pipe and maybe around the muffler with some silver paint eventually or something when I'm all done. But so I'm just cleaning this off, the burrs off. Nice gift from my dad, and another Dremel with all these little sandpaper things. But you gotta be careful because you get smacked in the face with them. So you gotta stop using them before they totally wear out. Yeah, I just decided to go with the file after that. I'm pretty much just knocking off splatter there. There's my slightly bent exhaust pipe. Because I didn't have the exact size pipes, I had to end up butt welding stuff. And it worked out fine. It's a nice, solid, and yet still light exhaust system, so it worked out pretty good. This was burr hole left-handed. Next day. I love how my pants look like I'm wearing a thong. I guess I took a break here and I'm showing you guys my garden. I'm pretty proud of my flowers this year. Yeah. This is maybe one of the most badass flowers I've ever grown. Check it out, you guys. Badass. It is actually pretty badass, I gotta admit. And those things got to about 15 feet tall or so. And look at how my morning glory vines are growing around it. So these are all of my morning glories. So in the morning this is lit up with purple, violet with a little bit of white flowers, and the bumblebees will crawl inside of them, and hummingbirds. Oh, there's one right there. Hi, buddy. So lucky that I got this on camera. I don't even know what he was doing out this late. Usually they're out in the morning. I think he might have been going to the bird bath that I was standing next to, and I probably distracted him or something, so now he's just looking at the flowers. But right here, he's sitting there hovering in front of me and I couldn't get him. He just flew right here and hovered right here, but my camera was zoomed in, so I couldn't. I'm gonna give him some fresh water. I couldn't get him in frame because he was so close and I was zoomed in to get him over there. Nice hose. I suppose a wire brush on the end of the drill would be even better. Just zip that up really quick. So this is my super fancy welding table. Millions of dollars in design. Actually, it's just an old end table for like on a deck or something with the top ripped off. It does work all right though. It works good for letting stuff fall through, letting the sparks fall. Yeah, that weld does not look very good right there at all. But I have a reason. I was running out of gas, but I didn't really realize what was going on. The tech should be over a little bit, obviously, but I really wanted to finish it. That was the problem, so I wasn't even thinking that I could be out of gas. I was just like, I gotta get this project done. No! And I think I was in my head, I'm like, what is going on? Like, why is this so much harder to weld than the rest of it? And then I finally figured out I was out of gas, so I ended up having to go get a new canister of gas and then refinish the welding after that. If things are starting to seem weird, but it's not, you're not totally sure, check your gas. See what's up with that. That's why I got sparked so bad too, is because it wasn't shielded, I think. Oh, look at that perfect gap, baby. That's how it's done, son. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna say that's pretty much awesome. Now, to be fair, the resonator is like shot, so I don't expect it to be that quiet, but at least it should be coming all the way out the back of the car now, so. Alright, there it is, stage one. After the new resonator, it'll probably be a lot quieter, and also when I add some resonator to that tip too, so there it is. Alright, I'm gonna get another disc. Bing! Pop goes the weasel! Ooh, one layer. Let's see what's in the other one. Oh. Ooh, steel wool. Stainless steel wool. Perforated tube. Is that it? I don't know if that's a perforated tube. No, that's just a rusted tube. Look at that. Oh, it's not even that deteriorated, really. Look, I thought that this would be disintegrated. Huh. I'm guessing there was probably fiberglass in there. That's gone now. It probably filled this whole thing, but There you go. I'm curious to see what the rest of the inside of this looks like. Well, I thought it looked like fiberglass, but maybe not. I'm gonna pry these up and see what's inside these two chambers. Alright. So the exhaust gases, the muffler's upside down. They come in here, they go into, they hit the perforations in this pipe. Some of the exhaust gases escape into this chamber right here through that perforated section. Then they go into this solid pipe, travel across the muffler into this chamber where they exit a right angle in that tube there, and then go down into the entrance of the perforated tube down there. Travel through the perforated tube, travel in the perforated tube around the bend, then through here and out the muffler. 3 neodymium magnets. I think there's definitely a difference. Oh yeah, you could tell that. I could tell that this must be 409. But guess what? The tube is, but this isn't. The end caps must be something close to 304. So there it is, inside my stock muffler. Thanks for watching Project Porsche. See you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Yeah.